So I did some dual sporting in the woods yesterday and came up with a couple of interesting topics. But make sure you stick around to the end of the video. I'm going to announce a video coming out on Sunday and tell you a little bit about that. I think you will really enjoy that one. It's pretty funny.
Ho, ho, ho.
Moto Giant.
So I'm glad to get out riding today because I haven't ridden in a few days, and I think a majority of my time has been spent trying to prepare for the big adventure coming up. And I'm waiting on parts. I'm waiting on a water pump for the RT, and I'm waiting on some other gadgets to come in to help me live on the road and publish some of these videos on the road. So I'm pretty excited about that. I've got solar panels coming in tomorrow and a brand new laptop, space age technology, coming in next week, Tuesday I think. Who knows when the water pump's going to come in? I just talked to BMW today and they said, whoa, I don't know. Nice guys, but I guess I would probably do the same thing. You know, I love this motorcycle. There's not a lot of motorcycles I have absolutely loved in my life. I've appreciated most of the motorcycles I've owned. I've had a few dogs, but I love this motorcycle. The only time that I remember that it's let me down, well, it let me down a couple times. One of the times it left me stranded, and I think that was a design flaw. I got a rock in the radiator fan, and it blew a fuse, and that fuse that ran a different system would not let the ignition. I mean, why are those on the same? Why is that on the same circuit? You got a fuse that runs the fan on the same circuit as the one that runs the ignition. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Not just that, here's the kicker. Here's the thing that really frustrated me, is that I could start the bike, I could turn the engine over, everything else on the bike worked just fine. And I could spin the engine over, and I was like, oh man, I'm out of fuel, I got a bad fuel pump, I got something that's, you know, that's not letting me get to, here's my turn right here. Anyway, it's very baffling, and that's, if I'd have thought for 1 second it was a fuse, I would have pulled everything loose, but it was it certainly did not seem like a fuse. You know, if the starter didn't work, I would have been like, yeah, fuse, let's go check the fuses, let's go check the connections, let's go check all that stuff, but all that stuff works. So I was like, it's fuel, or it's something, electronics, fuel injector, or something, you know, pump. It's some kind of a pump. So it really baffled me, and I wound up pushing the freaking bike across, I don't know, 2 miles. I pushed the bike 2 miles out of the desert and then walked another 5 miles back to the bus to get my bus. Could have been a lot worse. But I just thought about how cool this bike was, and I was thinking I may need to take this thing to Hawaii with me. A few of my friends, no, I've told a few people that I may be moving to Hawaii. I don't think I've told anybody on YouTube. So maybe it's time now that I say, hey, what do y'all think? I'm not sure if I'm moving to Hawaii or if I'm just going to visit. My brother's buying some property there, and he needs some help fixing the place up. So I thought, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I would love to go visit Hawaii and not have to pay for a hotel. That would be awesome. And then, you know, he's kind of made it sound like this family paradise thing. And I was like, yeah, that sounds pretty good, man. I could probably live in Hawaii. I don't know that I would have a big problem with that, even though I like the mainland. So that might be something in the future here. Yeah, it's hard to see with the sun right in your eyes. That's my road right there. I have been, wow. What the hell? Didn't even see that big old. So anyway, maybe moving to Hawaii, who knows? I may just be going to visit, but I was actually thinking, well, you know, I could take this bike over there because this bike pretty much goes... Damn, it's getting foggy. I think I'm going to go and check up that road right there and get it neutral. So, I'm thinking this would be a pretty damn awesome bike to take to Hawaii. The RT is staying here. Unless I decide to move over there permanently, which I don't see. I like the mainland. I like America too much to consider doing something like that. Well, who knows, man. He's living on the Big Island. He's already got some property over there, and yeah. All right. Well, I think we're going downhill now. Anyway, he's got a contract on the house on the Big Island, and I think this would be the perfect bike, even for across the island. I mean, I think you can circle the whole damn island in less than 8 hours. So why do I need a big touring bike? I don't. That's the answer. That's the cheat. I don't. So I'm gonna fly the drone.
Thanks for tuning in again. Next Sunday, I'm going to put out a video that I started filming 5 months ago when I was trying to film something completely different and stuck a camera on the bow of the boat, had one on my head and one on the dock, and I paddled the boat underneath the dock and knocked the camera off, as you see right there. Cool. And ever since, that camera has been in the drink. Well, I recovered that camera the other day, and the whole story is pretty funny. I think you'll enjoy it. I hope to put it out Sunday morning, and I hope to see you soon.